It's 10th July. This is Basao, 7 o'clock. So the panicles flowering, almost all of the panicles are exposed. There are some spots where it's still the panicles or the rice plants are still what you call in the pregnant stage. So the in theory 2 to 3 weeks will be harvesting from the flowering panicles. It's 30 days, so that's 4 weeks. We are in the first week of that 4 weeks, so 3 more weeks, maybe less, depending on the sun. It's sunny, hot. It's been hot, muggy. So the this will be ready to be harvested in 3 weeks time. So that's what it looked like. So I'm just gonna cut off a few, a bunch, just to count the tellers. So I've been watching YouTube. I went and did a search for rice teller count. So in theory, they could go up to over 60 tellers per bunch. One place they were counting up to 70 tellers. In another website, a researcher was experimenting, and I'm going to implement that experiment of his. So basically, a single teller planted 7 centimeter apart, and that really provided a lot of tellers. Like, I was amazed why people really haven't applied that kind of knowledge. I mean, people are doing it. I mean, researchers are telling people this is the test result of this experiment. These researchers are not telling people to do it, but more of an exposure that one should try, not even try, should do it. If one is to experiment, then do it on a small scale, and if it works out the way the researcher is explaining, then do it on a larger scale. So from micro to macro, basically. So I'm going to do a third crops, and we're going to apply that knowledge. So one of the things that I want to do is, instead of 15 tellers, go up to over 20 tellers, and maybe a little bit of a distance. And then the other one, another parcel of land will be planted with single teller but 7 centimeter apart. And the end result would give me what I want to see or need to see, is the increase of tellers. Although what we did here, we increased the amount of tellers, there is something here that I'm seeing that I want to improve. I need to improve, not want. So that is the thing about looking at these outputs and say, can we improve it? And another website in Nueva Ecija, a person was able to harvest over 300 cavans per hectare. The sad thing about that or that YouTube is, this person doesn't explain what he did to get the yield. Basically what he did is blah 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 blah. I wish that they would share the secret. I mean, how do you get up to 300 cavans per hectare? Obviously a lot of tellers. That's the obvious thing. Well, how do you get there? What method was used to improve the tellers? So I was sad that he didn't explain himself what he did to improve tellers. I mean, I get it that there's a method to increasing tellers. The sad thing is there is no system or systematic method to say if you do this all the time, you would get these tellers. All I hear is a general blah blah blah. You apply fertilizer at certain days and blah blah blah. Like, what the heck? Like, come on. That's too general to extract information out of it. One when a person is sharing a system, one should explain and detail out what a person or a farmer did, not generalize the methodology. I mean, it's like go this way and then you'll get to that, and then there turn right or left. That's too general. I mean, there should be a marker and say travel 2 kilometers and then turn right, travel another 3 and then turn left. That sort of methodology that I'm talking about. Like, how do I improve tellers? Right now, I'm improving tellers by planting a lot of tellers and then see the result of planting more tellers. Next go around, I'm going to even plant more tellers, because if a farmer could achieve 61 or 70 tellers, and current methodology here in Isabela is plant 2-3 tellers and expect 61-71 tellers, not gonna happen. That's a myth. So how do you do it? Now, somebody's keeping a secret. I'm not the one to keep a secret. Right now, I'm saying to people who watch this channel that my secret is to increase planting more tellers. In the past, I was doing 2-3 and get a certain yield. Yay, happy with that. But if my target of 300 cavans per hectare is to happen, and the existing methodology is still being used, then it's not going to happen. It would also be a myth. So the thing that I'm implementing is forcing the methodology from 2 to 3 to 15. So I'm going to go 20 and tellers and then see the result. So the result here is 15 tellers and 16 centimeters apart. And then I'm going to later on gather more data and see how the tellers are performing. So I'm gonna pull off a bunch and then cut the tellers and see what I have or what we have here. So I pulled up one bunch and I'm gonna cut here because that's the output. I mean, I can cut there, but I'll cut there later and see what the output is there. But here at the moment, I'm just gonna cut there at the upper part. So I cut off the tellers, the one with panicles from that bunch. So I counted 15. So if we planted 15, maybe less, but suppose we did 15. So we got 15 back. I mean, it didn't develop into other tellers. So 15 planted, 15 came out. And this is exactly what I mean. You plant one teller, you get one teller with panicles. And that's bad. And if you expect more from a single teller, well, not gonna happen. So what I'm saying is, don't rely on multiplication of a single teller or 2 or 3 tellers to give you 61. Like just like that broadcasting, one seed gives you one seed, one teller, maybe up to five. Maybe that's even an anomaly. Maybe three tellers. I mean, if you look at it, 350 cavans in 4.2 hectares. Most of the seeds did not develop into tellers at all, so zero tellers. Here we planted 15, and we got 15 teller. Certainly much better than 2-3 tellers. So I'm gonna cut that off and see what's below that. So I counted it, it's 15 tellers. So we either planted less teller or 15 tellers. If it's less teller, then it went to 15. If it's 15 tellers, then it came out 15, then that's good. I mean, imagine planting one teller and get one teller back. Planting two tellers and get two tellers back. I mean, this is the reason why I went to planting more tellers, because at least I know that from when we're taking off the tellers from the teller bed, we planted 15. They are alive as opposed to broadcasting. You can broadcast and dead seeds. So this is the reason why there's something here that I need to improve, like planting 15 tellers and getting back 15. So that is the methodology that I'm taking here, that if I'm going to have a greater yield, I have to plant more tellers, because what you plant is what you get. 15 tellers you plant, you get 15 back with panicles. So that is the methodology I'm going to execute, is plant 20 tellers, get 20 tellers back. I'd be happy if I get multiple of tellers. It seems like at the moment it's a multiple of 2. So maybe that thing was 7 tellers. I don't know. The thing is, we're doing 15. We're planting 15 tellers. We're getting 15 back. So yeah, that's the reality of life. There's a myth going on, and I'm wanting to kill that myth and bring it down to reality. So this is the area by the Mormon. So they're beginning to, the panicles or the rice paddies are pregnant, and the panicles are slowly emerging. Last crop, the rice paddies weren't great. Here we harvested close to 100 cavans, and there was some failure in what was executed here. This time a request to my farmers to improve yield. So this is 1.2. I can't remember, 1.2 or 1.5. In between there, between 1 and 1.5. So what was the improvement? It was the improvement was to increase the amount of tellers being planted. Last crop 2-3 tellers, and then it wasn't managed properly. This time increased tellers and managed the farm, the rice field properly, best they could. Each crop I learned something, and explain the rationale behind the lessons learned, and then apply it. So the lessons learned was Not enough tellers planted, increase the tellers. And everything else is being executed are the same. So there's no change to applying of fertilizer chemicals. What was different is the amount of tellers being planted, and I can remember this now and last crop. Huge difference in the outcome. So I expect higher yield with higher teller count. So here I counted 18 tellers. I think that one is a teller, but there's no panicles coming out. So here I counted 20, counted 18, but 2 is not productive. So I'll take a look at that later. So we're here in Laod. So I'm just gonna pull off a bunch and then count the tellers. From this distance they all look the same. But again, from last crop to this crop, with the increase in tellers being planted, it looks different. It's huge. To me, there's a huge difference from then and now. So I believe increasing tellers is the right way to go for me. For other people, planting 1 tellers and get 61, that's great. Those people should share the secret. Anyway, this is no secret. Plant 15 tellers. At minimum, you get 15 back. And not the myth that you plant 2 or 3 and get, I don't know, you 2 or 3, you get 7 basically. Not a lot, maybe 10. And so you keep doing that over the years, and you wonder to yourself, I'm not increasing yield. And quite frankly, a lot of people here don't get the lessons learned. And I wish that the people that knows what they're doing would have shared. I've been here long enough, 5 years. People should be able to share. Yeah, Ezekiel, plant 20 and you get a lot. Now, doing it this way by looking at lessons learned, and you ask yourself, how do you increase tellers? You force it. I'm forcing it. 2 or 3, forget it. That's in the past. I was just talking to my cousin when I was inspecting Mormon. He says, oh yeah. Yeah, he planted a bunch too. And he's saying that by doing that, you get a lot more than planting 2 or 3 tellers. So that's a secret. At the moment, the secret is, and revealed, plant 20 tellers, maybe. But I'm gonna do that. Right now it's 15. So I pulled up one bunch, and I'm gonna count the tellers. So I spread the tellers, and I counted 46. Yay! Now I'm going to count the stump. So I counted 58 stumps. But however, I hate that word, but however, there are 46 active teller. So that's why when harvest is over, I am going to count the tellers again. So when the harvester or the rice combine, only cut off the top, and those are the stump that I'm gonna count. Not at this level. That doesn't give me active tellers. So there were some rejects. So there you go. What is the secret to have more tellers? Plant more, 15 or more actually. So 15, and then it multiplied and gave active tellers 46. Some of the tellers are not active, but however, I can't differentiate between inactive tellers to active tellers. At most, I can say that there is a huge difference between last crop and this crop, and it should actually give me a different per hectare cavans here. I think last crop I was getting 120, and let's see how much this is gonna be. How many cavans per hectare with larger, with higher count teller being planted. I'm going to Monyo's rice field. Out of curiosity, I stopped by here. They were unable to kill these weeds. It's called barsanga. Sadly, this field wasn't taken care of, so the weed is overwhelming the rice paddy. That's one of the challenges here. If unable to mitigate the weeds, the harvest will be not so good. So that's a challenge here. I don't know what they're going to get. Not much, because of the weeds. Really bad, awful. This area is Munoz. So if you look at the separation between the two, basically this has stopped making tellers. So it's getting up into developing panicles. So this is supposed to be 16 by 16. When you're planting, when the people were transplanting, 16 by 16 is an eyeball. There's no method to the 16 by 16. You just quickly plant. So 16 by 16, there's still room for the tellers to expand. So one of the things I'm going to have them do is increase the amount of tellers, but the separation is closer. So some are now beginning to have panicles. So now they're in the panicle development stage, flowering. So this is, let's see, 4 weeks. This is 4 weeks before middle August that we harvest. Looking at these things, there's room for improvement. Really need to increase tellers. There's room for expansion. Much better than before, planting 2-3 tellers. This time planting more than 15. So I'm gonna pull up a bunch and see what it looked like. I counted 29 productive tellers. Here on the stump I counted 33. So not all tellers are productive. So room for improvement. We can achieve 30 tellers or per bunch. That's why when I look at this, they're still lacking. 30 tellers is lacking. Much better than before though, quite frankly. Room for improvement though. From 30 to 60. I think my new target is 60. So I've reached the 30 tellers that I was looking and hoping for. Now the new bar is 60 tellers. In theory, that'll get me up to 300 cavans per hectare, but we'll see. I hate that word, but However, we'll see how that $30 output is going to be. Like for example, if $30 gives me 150, then $60 will give me 300. 150 times 2, 300. So $30 times 2 is 60. Factor of 2. That's it. Thanks for watching.